Now, I bet a lot of you, or some of you, have been to Disney World once in your life, or twice, or I don't know how many times you go there. But I bet you've been to Hollywood Studios, and there's this one ride that's called the Tower of Terror. Good God, I did not like that ride. Or I should say, I don't like that ride before I even tried it. And it was kind of a good reason I didn't. Here's the story. Uh, right before when my parents were gonna go to Disney World for the week, well, she was gonna bring us with, the entire family, and they made me a deal that I'll only go to Disney World if I go on Tower of Terror once. Now that it is freaking dumb, but I took it. And right we were like 3 days away from Disney World, and we were gonna go on Christmas break. So, uh, right when we were doing work in school, I was watching videos. I should say I did this in study hall. But anyway, right when we go to Disney World, we went to Magical Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom. I think the fourth day was like our second last day at Disney World before we had to go home. Now, once we got to Hollywood Studios, it was just like suspense, if I even used that right.
Now, when we finally got to the Tower of Terror ride, my parents are reminding me about the deal that I gave or made for them, or they made and forced me to do, because I wanted to go to Disney World so bad. So I had no choice but to go on the ride that I did not want to try out in the first place. I'm filled with panic. Once I got to the line, it was like 30 minutes, I remember. And once we got to the line, it was designed to be an old abandoned mansion or hotel until we got to the ride, the first section, where they put you in this. I don't really remember specifically, but once we got to the ride, I swear to God, I did not want to be in the front. And guess what? They put me in the front, but on the very far corner where I only had one. What do you call those things? I'm just gonna call them, seat holders. I only had one seat holder, nothing else. And the seat belt, I did not feel safe at all. Freaking meanwhile, my mom is right next to me laughing her off like she wanted this to see my reaction of paranoia or just me being catatonic of a few minute ride. And oh boy, the ride started and I felt like all the colors just left my body. So as the ride began to do its thing, we went through these two, or was it three? I think it was two. The first one is where we went up to a hallway and we see the ghost, and I was like, oh, well, this is actually getting a little interesting. My hopes were kind of going up that this might not actually be a bad ride until we get to the second stage where we just go higher. And I think it was the electric room? I don't know what it was. We go forward, and I'm just looking around amazed, like, holy crap. I did not know this was in here. And then we see a yellow line appearing, opening, like they're spreading, and you hear an elevator opening up. And then it just domed on us, and then it went black and silent. No noise.
So me, feeling like an expert on Tower of Terror, I felt like I know what was going to happen. Cause I thought that the elevators on the very top were going to open and then would drop.
That's when I'll tighten my grip. Well... I have never screamed so loud in my entire life after that drop.
But Barry, the entire time in the video was probably all in darkness. What the hell were you expecting?
And you're not wrong, but the reason why is because I had hope. Like, big hope. And I thought I was prepared for it, and no, I wasn't. It felt like my soul just left my body. And as the ride kept going up and down, it came to a stop for like a little bit, and I had sigh of relief that, oh my god, it's over. Until we go back up again, I'm like, oh, come on! Newsflash, while all this was happening, my mom was laughing her literal ass off that she sees me reacting like this, and I wouldn't blame her. I would be laughing my butt off too. After the ride came to a complete stop, I was glad that the ride was over. As we were leaving, you can see everyone else leaving overjoyed in how they enjoyed the ride, and then there was me. No. 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 As we walked back to the rest of our family, my sisters and my dad, they were waiting outside. I tell them my experience and we all left. We had a good time and they laughed their butts off about my experience, and we laughed at the picture that the Tower of Terror took. But as we were leaving, I looked back to see the eerie building, because this was at night and it usually has those night lights to reflect the eeriness. And right when I looked at it, I kind of flipped it off. I did not like that ride one bit. So yeah, that was my first experience of Tower of Terror, and if you have your own opinion, that's fine. I just didn't like it. Like, whatsoever. So, see ya.